Happy New Year, and welcome to the first episode of Kidney Plugged In for 2023. Join us as we take a walk down memory lane and view some of our favorite highlights from last year's episodes. So stay with us because the year in review is coming up next, right here on Kidney Plugged In. And January started off with a bang as we proudly welcome to the show Dr. York Pay, a nephrologist from the University of Toronto and prominent researcher in the area of kidney disease. Dr. Pay is also the founder and director of the Center for Innovative Management for Polycystic Kidney Disease.
So polycystic kidney disease is not a single disease. It's a collection of kidney diseases that are characterized by development of multiple cysts in the kidney.
I'd really like to discuss the Center for Innovative Management of Polycystic Kidney Disease. Could you explain to us what this center is and what it does?
So that is a center that I started around 2015. And so we decided that this may be a time to develop a center that broaden beyond just kind of doing risk assessment and treating patients with tolvaptan, but also allowing us to support other community nephrologists in Toronto or Greater Toronto area and allow patients to participate in the different kinds of research projects.
And in February, Plugged In featured an interview with Dr. Susan Samuel, a world-class, award-winning researcher from Calgary, who talked about her work and research, which is dedicated to improving care for children and youth with chronic kidney disease.
My research program will focus on nephrotic syndrome. Nephrotic syndrome is a common childhood condition. This is where children leak protein from blood into the urine. No one knows what causes it. The usual child who presents with nephrotic syndrome is between 2 and 6 years of age. So I'm really committed to finding better treatments for nephrotic syndrome. But that's a journey that will take quite some time.
And then Plugged In welcomed back a familiar face to the show, William Big Sleep Stewart, who joined Plugged In to talk about the changes in his life post-kidney transplant. And of course, we asked him what his newfound freedom has meant to him.
Wow. I can't believe I look that good after 5.5 years. Actually, thinking back to it, from going from a point of not knowing if you're going to wake up the next morning to a point where you feel great, you don't taste metal anymore. Everything, you can actually taste your food. You have so much more energy. I still feel blessed. I feel beyond blessed, to be 100% honest with you.
And then it was March, Kidney Health Month. And that meant the 10th annual Kidney Gala was just around the corner. The theme for the 2022 Kidney Gala was superheroes in honor of our heroic kidney patients and their superhero team of support, including loved ones, caregivers, kidney donors, researchers, healthcare workers, allied healthcare professionals, and, well, the list goes on and on. During the evening, the guests experienced a unique, innovative, and, as always, inspiring program, which was broadcast live and directly to the comfort of their own home.
Foundation's critical programs and services and gives them hope for a brighter future through world-class research.
And March 10th was World Kidney Day. And to mark this special day, the BC Newcom branch launched a fun, entertaining, and interactive quiz game show that tested, you guessed it, your kidney IQ.
Hi there! Welcome to Test Your Kidney IQ. It is time to raise awareness of our kidney health and help celebrate those amazing little organs that help keep us alive. What is the leading cause of kidney disease? Where is a transplanted kidney placed on a recipient's body? Who is at risk for kidney disease? In fact, our kidneys are as important to our health as our heart and our lungs. Aha! Smoke! How big is a kidney? Let's see who's going to give us the answer to this question.
Hi, I'm Gerald LaRose, former BC Lion.
I'm actor William Big Sleep Stewart.
We're the housewives of hip-hop.
The answer to this question is B.
D. C. The average kidney is about the size of a fist.
Whoa, JR, you're blinding me by the light. by the light of that gray cup ring. And I don't know, your fist seems a little bigger than kidney size, if you know what I mean.
April 7th marked the 4th annual Green Shirt Day, and the city of Port Coquitlam celebrated this in a big way. Plugged In was there to take in all the action as the Port Coquitlam Arena welcomed participants to come and enjoy free ice time to help raise awareness about Green Shirt Day and the importance of organ donation registration.
Let it be the first thing, let it be the first thing, let it be the first thing, when you come home to me, when you come home to me. Kiss me like you did when we were first in love. That I'm the air you breathe and couldn't live without. Let it be the first thing, the first thing. Let it be the first thing, the first thing. Let it be the first thing, the first thing. When you come home to me, when you come home to me.
Oh, goodness, can I help you there? Awesome. Good work. And April 24th to the 30th was National Volunteer Week, and the perfect time to celebrate our Kidney Foundation volunteers. So Plugged In introduced you to Kidney Foundation volunteer Eric Chi, who shared with viewers the motivation behind his personal passion for volunteering and why giving back through volunteering is so very important to him.
I have a brother who has a kidney condition and ended up with a renal transplant recently as of this summer. And his diagnosis and kind of care path started back in 2014. And after he came out of the hospital, we were both debating, how can we raise awareness for this type of condition? Because it's tough to go through this type of situation with our family, and how can we just do whatever we can, whether it is handing out pamphlets, whether it's trying to get involved at a bigger scale, whether it's going out and talking to people. We were brainstorming, we were thinking about what we could do to get involved. And that's when I stumbled upon the Kidney Foundation, and both of us did, and we were like, hey, let's get involved in some way. We want to contribute in any way we can just to make the Kidney Foundation a household name.
And before we knew it, May was here. May 2nd to the 8th was National Mental Health Week in Canada, and Dr. Erin Moon, a registered psychologist at BC Children's Hospital, was on the show to discuss the link between mental health and kidney disease with a focus on children living with chronic disease.
Younger children oftentimes show stress through body symptoms. So we might see changes in their eating, we might see changes in their sleeping, those types of things. There might be some complaints of body pains or discomfort, and that can be a way of the young person expressing that something's the matter, but they don't have the vocabulary yet to be able to say, I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling low.
And then Plugged In shared a very special episode that profiled the stories of 3 kidney patients, each of whom shared their story of their personal and unique journey with kidney disease.
My daughter, Ava, was diagnosed when she was 5. It was a long name, but it was basically acute renal failure. And that was a tough thing to hear. You think the worst and oh my God, but then you have to decide how your attitude is going to be almost immediately. Okay, great. Look at all the amazing nurses that we're meeting. Or, aren't we lucky that we get to spend this much time with our child?
The dialysis machine would go right here. And so I'd have the bag on top and then one's in there and then one on the floor. It wasn't scary, but it made me feel kind of gross. So I kind of felt like I was part of this machine, functioning with the machine. Without the machine, I wasn't functioning.
Oh, I started getting real sick about a year ago. And they told me my kidneys were failing and I couldn't figure out why. Yeah, the dialysis is a change of life. You gotta be the doctor 2 or 3 times a week, you know, and living kind of a long ways away, it's almost a full-time job now. Yeah, you gotta better take care of your kidneys. They had me set up for surgery to put the things in, and that's when the big flood hit. They were trying to get me to Abbotsford and they couldn't. So I had to stay in Hope for a couple days till they got a helicopter to fly me from Hope to Abbotsford. Oh, the helicopter pilot was great. Set me up front. He had to do a lap around Abbotsford before they'd let him land. So he took me all around the whole flood devastated area. Living up there in the mountains is kind of, you're used to it every year. Either a landslide, a snow slide, but this was really bad.
Hi, I'm Marissa. This is my mom and dad. Hi.
So why the name I Just Want Water?
I chose the team I Just Want Water because I have a fluid restriction, so I'm always really thirsty, so it just popped in my head.
When you're on dialysis, if you drink too much water, your blood pressure and things can go up. So she's had to really restrict herself and measure every bit of water she drinks, even if it's something that turns into liquids. So sometimes in the night or early in the morning, we hear, "I just want water," really loud.
I'm an adventurer. I like to travel and swim in the lake. Suddenly I started feeling sick. To the hospital, got lots of needle pricks. It's a weird and crazy ride I'm on, and it's all so brand new. I was feeling tired and so confused, but amidst all the change, one thing stays the same. I've got my family cheering my name.
And Plugged In ushered in the month of June by welcoming back to the show Chief Michael Racalma. In his previous appearances on Kidney Plugged In, Chief Racalma talked about being on the transplant wait list and how he was actively searching for a kidney donor.
Greetings, my name is Michael Racalma, Chief of the Qualica First Nation. I would like to respectfully acknowledge the fact that I'm standing on the unceded territory of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish First Nation.
Chief Racalma, you look fantastic. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm 50 years old again. It's just amazing. The transformation was, I can't explain it, how the energy level went up, how much better I feel. You know, the appetite's better, the weight gain is great, almost too great. But I mean, it's the feeling of the energy boost that really, I guess, surprised me.
Canadian Environment Week was celebrated at the beginning of June, and Plugged In took the opportunity to highlight one of the latest recycling initiatives at the BC Yukon branch, Kidney Cans.
I'm here at the brand new Express Plus location in North Vancouver with Return It President and CEO Alan Langdon. As you know, the BC and Yukon branch of the Kidney Foundation is very excited about the recent launch of our Kidney Cans fundraising initiative, which of course partners with the Return It Express program. So now anyone wanting to support the Kidney Foundation can do so just by recycling their empty bottles and cans at any Express location across BC using the Kidney Cans account.
Yeah, we're really excited to be able to provide a service like that and support an organization that does the great work that you guys do.
And Plugged In kicked off the month of July with highlights from the 2022 virtual kidney walk that had taken place on Sunday, June the 5th, when participants from across Western Canada, including BC, the Yukon, Alberta, and Saskatchewan, all stepped up, walked the walk, and took action on behalf of everyone who's living with kidney disease. And while everyone's journey with kidney disease takes a different path, Kidney Walk participants remained united in spirit and in their dedication to show that they are stronger than kidney disease. And July also meant that training for the epic 100-kilometer, 3-day kidney march was back on the calendars of kidney marchers across the country, including members of Team Because You Can from right here in BC and the Yukon. And we showed you why hundreds of participants walked the farthest they've ever walked and raised the most they ever raised to fight kidney disease and raise awareness about organ donation. In August, we introduced you to Cassandra Graham, a mother of 3 boys whose youngest son, Theo, was diagnosed with kidney disease when he was only 2 years old.
In September of 2020, our son at the time was 4, and he got sick with a basic cold. And very quickly, it progressed to the point where we knew we had to contact his doctor and see if everything was okay. He was having trouble walking even short distances and was really lethargic. And so that prompted us to contact the doctor, and his pediatrician started with a bunch of tests for his blood and urine, and right away it came back with some pretty alarming numbers, and that started our journey on lots of trips to the hospital and to the lab for doing multiple tests. And then in March of 2021 we got the diagnosis that Theo in fact had kidney disease.
Not only are Cassandra and the family committed to supporting Theo through these challenging times, but they are equally committed to helping others who may be facing similar challenges by raising awareness about kidney disease. And for this reason, Cassandra signed up to participate in the epic 2022 Kidney March.
I can't wait to take those steps. I don't know how many steps it is, but however many thousands of steps it is to complete 100 kilometers and just show my kids, show, my employer, show everybody that we're not alone. And I truly believe that he is going to make a difference in this disease. Probably all parents feel like that, but I do feel like there's a light on him that is going to change things. The sense of community is beyond what you can put words to, and to be a part of that, to give back and participate is just I can't be any more grateful. So I'm so happy to do it.
And we kicked off the month of September by proudly introducing you to 3 dynamic volunteers who are the founders of an innovative peer support initiative, Kidney Friends Circle.
We wanted Kidney Friends Circle to be an online meeting place for joining the kidney community together.
We decided that it would be really great for anybody kidney to have a forum to connect on.
We created a Facebook page, as we thought that was the best way to connect the community.
Whether you're a family member, a spouse, a caretaker, a kidney patient, a nurse, a doctor, how can we connect further with the Kidney Foundation and also just the kidney patients especially?
It's a private group, just so we know people are really interested, but you just have to have any association with something kidney.
Come and join our group. That's what we want to get people to do, is just join our group and share.
Then Plugged In welcomed Alan Chi and his brother, returning guest Eric Chi, to the show in an episode we titled 2 Brothers, One Journey. Alan, a kidney transplant recipient, joined us to talk about his journey with kidney disease and his reflections on the 1-year anniversary of his kidney transplant.
It's hard to believe that it's been a year and that the state of my life now is so different from a year prior. When I went into the surgery, I thought I was in great shape. I tolerated peritoneal dialysis extraordinarily well. But now being a year after the transplant, I realized just how much impact my health had on my overall life. My energy levels are far, far better than I had when I was on dialysis.
And Eric spoke to his perspective as Alan's younger brother and the process that he underwent in his journey to be tested as a living kidney donor for Alan.
I started thinking about, okay, well, what can I do to help other than be around and hang out with him and take his mind off of things? And I started to think about, like, I've heard a lot about transplants, obviously. What can I do could I be a donor? You know, I'm the youngest in our family, and I thought this is a responsibility for me. And I want to step up to this challenge and do what I can to help my brother out.
Together, they had shared their story of love, mutual support, and family unity. And in October, Plugged In took you to Whitehorse in the Yukon to introduce you to kidney patient Anne Huang. Anne has led a remarkable life that has taken her from her birth country of China to the UK, Toronto, and Whitehorse in the Yukon, where she now resides. Anne has also lived with CKD for over 13 years. And her remarkable story of determination, resilience, and infectious optimism was an inspiration to Plugged In viewers.
So words of advice for newly diagnosed and those who have already started this journey of chronic illness or kidney disease is to not let your diagnosis define who you are as a person. You are not just a patient, you are a 3D person, you are a human being. Your diagnosis does not define your personality. Chronic illness is not a personality type, as I like to say. You can be a 3D person and you can have chronic illness. It is a part of you, of course, but it does not define who you are.
Joining us on the show is kidney patient Margaret Rushkowski. And Margaret completed a 5,000-kilometer road trip, all while on peritoneal dialysis. And we caught up with Margaret as she stopped by the BC and Yukon branch office to pick up her Baxter boxes of dialysis supplies.
I think I was around 8 years old. I remember being in grade 2, and I remember having my urine checked, and they found that I had nephritis or Bright's disease or something like this. And Dr. Rance, who was a specialist there, he said, she will live a normal life. I was always quite philosophical, and I know that something happens to everyone. You know, we have to do our best, and we just have to work with our care team and be strong, but also be sensitive to yourself and compassionate.
And we kicked off November with a special episode featuring highlights from the inaugural Living Donor Circle of Excellence reception.
The Living Donor Circle of Excellence is a corporate recognition program where they are eliminating the financial barriers for those who decide to be a living donor. So we also were celebrating living donors themselves.
To be part of this amazing community and sit up here with other living donors and hear other people's stories, like for me, this would just always be something I do.
You know, by the time you die, you're going to use 0.4 of one kidney, and you've got 2 of them. So it's kind of an easy thing to do. It's a couple of months at the most, and then somebody else gets to live.
And in a Korean language episode, we shared important facts and information on kidney health for our multicultural viewers.
안녕하세요 여러분, 제 이름은 어스틴입니다. 여러분들에게 신장 질환에 관한 정보들을 드리기 위해 찾아왔습니다. 여러분들 혹시 그거 알고 계셨나요? 10명 중 1명꼴로 캐네디언들은 신장 질환을 앓고 있다는 것을요?
Then we introduced you to a new innovative initiative from the BC and Yukon branch, the Kidney Wellness Hub.
We know living with kidney disease can be challenging, and anyone trying to stay active knows it can be overwhelming to start. But you are not alone. There's information, video content, and resources designed to help you stay active. Classes at various energy levels include yoga, strength training, cardio, Pilates, dance, and more. Plus, we have chair classes for anyone with mobility issues. We all know eating well is important, but making good food choices is hard, let alone kidney-friendly food choices. Sometimes we just need a little help and inspiration in the kitchen. Our Eating Well section is a great place to learn about kidney-friendly nutritional options wherever you are on your kidney journey. In this section, we've put together some tools and resources to help you boost your mental well-being. There's a meditation series with breathing exercises, techniques on how to build more laughter into your life, and how to benefit from music therapy, to name just a few. And key to your well-being, you told us you wanted to talk with others, to share lived experiences and meet new kidney friends. The Kidney Wellness Hub is here to help. See you online soon.
And in December, we shared one family's journey with kidney disease dating back over half a century. Patricia Crowley's late husband, Russell, was only the third kidney transplant recipient in BC. And Patricia and her daughter, Charlotte, sat down with Plugged In to share the story and memory of a husband and a father who battled kidney disease, received a kidney transplant, and made a difference in the lives of fellow kidney patients.
I know that Russ really tried to be a help to others. Even when he was sick, he was always there for someone. If they needed something or if they needed something he could provide, he would, and he would try. I think his attitude kept him going until he'd had the transplant.
To celebrate the holiday season, we asked some of our past Plugged In guests to share with us their favorite ways to celebrate the holidays, including their favorite family recipes. And we have some very special little guests join us for a holiday story time and to join us in wishing all of you a happy holiday season.
My name is Michael Ricalma. I'm the chief of the quality presentation. My journey to become Santa started a long time ago, like well over 40 years. I've been doing it for so long that now the children are having children of their own, walking around the streets in Qualicum Beach. It's really hard to be crabby as Santa on Christmas Eve.
My name is Stephen Ricalma. My ancestral name is Molly Doss. I'm going to be cooking a venison stew today and sharing the process of that.
Happy holidays, everyone. It's great to see you again. This is Manisha. We basically like pakoras a lot, especially during the winter time. So I have a healthy version of pakoras. Instead of using the ground flour that's besan, I use dal, lentils. They are called dal ke pakore. Thank you everyone for joining me in my home. Happy holidays.
Season's greetings, everyone. I'm Heather, and I'm here with some very special young guests. They're joining me today to help celebrate the holiday season. These children have a lot in common. They all love the holidays, but there's one other very important thing that they share in common. Addie, Hayden, Sloan, and Kaysen all have mums or dads that have kidney disease and have received a kidney transplant from a living kidney donor. Amazing. We thought there's no better way to celebrate a holiday season of miracles than to share it with little ones who are the miracle of life themselves through living organ donation.